What's going on, friends, fam, people? Doing a quick demo today on, and here to talk about one of my absolute favorite pedals that has never really left my board or not for long, and that would be the EarthQuaker device's Afterneath reverb. And this is version 2, which is exactly like version 1. I think version 3 is the where they put in the modes button, and then now I don't know if they still make this one or if they've changed it to a different completely different name, or what version they're on, but this one I bought brand new about 6 years ago. Now we'll go quickly just through the controls, and then we'll do some sounds here. I will timestamp the chapters if you want to skip to any of that. So first, let's just go through the controls here, and we've got 3 rows. Okay, so on our top row we've got length, diffuse, and dampen, and on the bottom row we're gonna have drag, reflect, and mix. Now on the top, let's go through these. The first knob is length on the top row to the left. That controls the decay length of the reverb, how long it lingers around. Diffuse, we've got adjust the spread of the reverb, sharper with more attack, counterclockwise, more ambient, and washy as you turn it clockwise. And then dampen is what's next. That is clockwise for brighter tones, counterclockwise for darker tones. So that's going to be just kind of like a straight up tone knob. The diffuse is like I think it has to do with the time, but not the time of like a delay time per se. Drag, now we're moving to the bottom row here. We've got drag. This is the digital reverb is made up of a bunch of short delays. This separates the delay lines, creating a stutter. I'm sorry, this is a really small print. Creating a stuttering pingy effect. This is the coolest control on the Afterneath. We highly advise slowly turning this while you let notes ring out for a warped speed effect. More delay as you turn it counterclockwise. More reverb as you turn it clockwise. So this separates. So there's a lot of different delay lines, and this changes the time between all those lines. Is my understanding of it, and that they're right. This is absolutely the coolest parameter on this pedal, and I'll show you how cool that is here in a minute, and I use it all the time for just warping people's minds. We've got next reflect, which controls the regeneration of the reverb. Turn clockwise for more wash and echoes, and turn counterclockwise for less. So that sounds kind of like this will self-oscillate if turned up high. It sounds like a repeats almost. Like this sounds like almost like a not a feedback, but yeah, a feedback, or like a repeats on a delay pedal. Then you have mix, which is exactly what it says. Blends the wet signal into the dry. Though it does not actually go full wet, it will gradually lower the clean level as you turn it clockwise. Yeah, I feel to me about halfway and you're already washed out. Okay. Power, it uses a 9 volt with, it doesn't say 65 milliamps, so pretty much any 9 volts going to work. And that is here, they are top mounted jacks as well as the battery, or the power supply, I'm sorry. So convenient for your pedal board setups. So let's get into some sound examples here, guys, and just go through a few tones on this bad boy. Now that I use this a lot, what I would say is that it's a super important pedal for me to have on my board, because when I need it, I really want to have it. So let's just start with everything at noon, and then we'll start fiddling, okay? So first, let's give you our clean tone. Everything at noon. Now, as you can hear, it's like a, you know, you think of it like a hall type of reverb almost, but it's like a cathedral type of reverb. It's really, I mean, I think they're going for a cave, you know, the Afterneath. I think even the design on it, I think they're going for like a cave type of effect. So let's strum, so let's arpeggiate some chords. Now let's start to mess with some of those parameters, and the first thing I want to do is to show you is the drag, because it's so cool. So that's what they mean when they say you can hear it in real time. So let's start it with it all the way down here at what we would call like 7 o'clock, right? So that moves it to about 9 o'clock. Now let's move it here in real time to about noon. I'm sorry, to about to about noon here, okay? And I'm not going to talk while I do it so that you can hear it, the parameter moving. I use this pedal all the time when I'm just trying to sound like I'm warping time and space. So it'll just keep going up. You guys get the point. I'm not going to keep messing with the drag there to show you that. But you know, this can sound really pretty too, this pedal. So like, let's take the mix down to closer to like 10 o'clock. You know, if I want to do like a... So you can hear how usable this pedal is, right? Like when you need it. That's a really cool sound to have on tap. Let's mess around a little bit with this reflect. Now, one other thing I want to talk about with this pedal, that this is one of the most wild reverb pedals out there because it will actually self-oscillate like a delay pedal. So that's the reflect knob that they talked about in the manual. So if you pump it all the way up, you have to actually be careful with it. So I'm not touching my guitar right now. Now, if I turn it much past that, it's gonna self-oscillate to a point that's out of control. Now, when you turn as you turn the length up, which is in the top left corner, you can hear it starting to react with it. And if I don't turn one of them down, it's going to get out of control. You have to be real careful when you are messing with the self-oscillation on this. And these two knobs seem to interact with each other. There seems to be kind of a sweet spot. It's just going to sit there. Now, if you hear the volume really starting to come up, you better start to move one of those reflect or length knobs down, or else you're going to blow up your speaker. because I have had this pedal oscillate out of control. I've had this pedal oscillate out of control once. This was way back when I first got it, to the point where I had to just unplug all my shit real quick because stuff was about to start to go south on me. Like, it was uncontrollable. It got out of control. So you have to be really careful with the length and the reflect knob if you're going to use it in that way. There's other ways I like to use this pedal as well, but we won't go way down rabbit holes on this quick little demo. As you guys know, I just like to kind of go through some of the gear that I really like here. I'm not, here to like sell gear. This is just another pedal that I use a lot. So, or like I said, not necessarily a lot in the sense of percentage of my playing, but I use it a lot as in importance. Like, I need to have it when I need to have it. It's an important pedal for me. So, cool. I'm going to leave it at that, you guys. You know how much I love y'all. Like, subscribe, share. I will see you on the flip. Keep on picking. Later, y'all.